Title: Nietzsche. Why Suffering Makes You Unstoppable. You think your suffering is a curse. You think your pain is what's holding you back. But what if I told you it's the only thing pushing you forward? Stay with me, because once you see your wounds for what they truly are, you'll never run from them again. There's a part of you that hides in the shadows, whispering that life would be perfect if only you could silence the ache in your chest. If only you could wake up without the weight pressing on your ribcage. If only the storm would pass and leave you untouched. But here's the truth you felt in the pit of your stomach. Life never spares you. And it shouldn't. Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher who stared straight into the abyss and refused to blink, knew this better than anyone. He lived in chronic pain, plagued by migraines that blinded him, loneliness that hollowed him out, thoughts so heavy they nearly crushed his sanity. Yet, he wrote words that still shake the foundations of our minds today. Why? Because he did not wish the pain away. He used it. What if suffering isn't a prison, but a forge? What if every blow you take is the hammer that shapes your steel? We are told to run from discomfort, to sedate it, numb it, drown it in distractions. But deep down, you know the easy path makes you softer, not stronger. You know that the comfort you crave is the very thing that leaves you brittle when life inevitably cracks open your illusions. Nietzsche once said, "To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering." There it is. Meaning. When you suffer without meaning, you break. But when you give your pain a purpose, you rise. Think about the moments that shaped you. Were they gentle? Were they warm? Or did they tear you apart so you could see what was hiding beneath your skin? The heartbreak that taught you could love deeper than you knew, the betrayal that showed you your own resilience, the loss that stripped you bare and forced you to rebuild on a stronger foundation. Nietzsche believed we must become who we are. But who are you beneath the layers of comfort, fear, and small pleasures? Who are you when the mask falls away and the raw, bleeding core of you is forced to stand alone in the dark? Suffering asks you, do you want to remain the same, or will you let this agony carve you into something unstoppable? We have been tricked into believing that happiness is the goal, but happiness is fleeting. It dances on the surface. It does not dig its claws into your spine and demand that you grow. Pain does. When you stop wishing your suffering away, you stop fearing life. When you stop fearing life, you step into your power. And when you step into your power, you become dangerous to your excuses, to your limitations, to the false comfort that keeps you tame. Imagine if you stopped asking, "Why me?" and started asking, "What now?" Imagine if you met your suffering at the door and said, "Come in, show me what I need to see." Do you think the oak tree curses the storm for tearing at its branches? No, it digs its roots deeper. Do you think the diamond regrets the pressure that made it? No, without it, it would still be coal. So, what are you hiding beneath your coal? What brilliance waits to be revealed once you stop fighting the pressure and let it shape you? Suffering is not an enemy. It's a teacher, harsh and uncompromising, but always honest. It does not flatter you. It does not comfort your illusions. It strips you of the parts that can't withstand the weight of reality. You think you're fragile. You think you'll break. But what if you're unbreakable precisely because you have already been broken? Nietzsche called it amor fati, the love of one's fate. Not just acceptance, not mere endurance, but a deep embrace of everything that comes your way, especially the agony. Loving your fate means loving your scars, your regrets, your restless nights, because they are proof that you are alive, proof that you can endure, proof that you are becoming. What happens when you stop seeing yourself as a victim of your suffering and become its master? What happens when you wield your pain like a sword instead of dragging it behind you like a chain? Most people will never know. They will stay asleep, lost in a half-life of comfort and complaints. But you feel it, don't you? Something deep inside you wants more than comfort. It wants truth. It wants freedom. And freedom does not come cheap. You will be tested. You will be broken open. You will be asked to choose. Stay in the shallow end or dive into the depths. Nietzsche's life was one of solitude, pain, and ridicule. Yet here we are, more than a century later, still whispering his words to ourselves in the dark. Because they remind us that our wounds are not weaknesses, they are openings. There is power in your scars. They are the cracks where your true self shines through. They are the places you were remade, piece by stubborn piece. So stop praying for an easy life. Stop begging for your suffering to end. Instead, ask yourself, how can I use this? What is this pain trying to teach me? Who am I becoming because of it? There is a version of you on the other side of this suffering, a version that is unstoppable, unshakable, unrecognizable to the fragile self you cling to now. Don't deny them the chance to exist. Don't deny yourself the chance to become. It's not easy. It's not meant to be. Nothing worthwhile ever is. So the next time the darkness comes, don't hide. Sit with it. Befriend it. Listen to what it has to say. Ask your suffering, what are you here to make me? Then listen, not with fear, but with gratitude. Because the ones who suffer and refuse to bow down, they are the ones the world cannot break. You don't need a perfect life. You don't need constant happiness. You don't need to be spared. You need to be forged. So stand in the fire. Let it melt away what you no longer need. Let it temper you into something that cannot be bent, cannot be broken, cannot be tamed. That's what Nietzsche knew. That's what your suffering wants you to remember. Pain is not the end. It is the beginning. If you found something true in these words, something that struck a hidden chord inside you, let it grow. Let it move you. And if you want more journeys like this one, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, stay unbreakable.